You've been wanting to learn Flowers by Samantha Ebert, then this is your chance. So this tutorial is going to introduce you first of all to the introduction to this piece. I've got the sheet music just for this little bit, and I'll put a little insert on this so you can see it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the chords that you might see in the verse with progression number 1 of the verse, and then there's a little detour in progression number 2. And then lastly, we'll take a look at the chords in the chorus, and spoiler alert, they're actually the same. They repeat the progression twice. And so let's get started. And my hope is that not only will we learn a basic way to play this piece, but that we'll also be able to springboard you into some ideas for creating your own arrangement. So first of all, we have the hook. I'll play it for you first, and then I'll give you some tips of how you can make it your own. It goes like this. So that is the introduction. It's 4 measures. You'll notice that it actually uses the chord progression that will be used later. So you'll hear the C major chord, then the E minor, then the F major, and then I use just F in the bass. So the left hand goes like this: C, G, 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 E, G, 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 F, C, 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 F, 2, 3, 4. The right hand will be using the outline of the C major to start with. We're using E, G, C, D, E, B, 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 C, D, C, 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 F, A flat, and D. We're going to use that, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that going together, we'll do the first note in every measure together, and then the other notes are going to be taking turns. So together it goes like this. So some musical aspects you might want to keep in mind are I love to have a subtle, just rocking motion, that kind of forearm rotation. We'll start you with some relaxed technique for that. The other thing I like to think of is just a supported thumb so it doesn't clunk down loudly. It sounds so nice if it's gentle. And this little introduction sets you up for a really beautiful piece to come. So let me know in the comments if you pause this video and you learn this and you're ready for the next part. I would love to hear if you get this far. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is you've played your introduction, you play that one time through. A little hint is if you're getting ready to sing it, you're going to get ready to sing verse 1 when it says, well, blue skies. I'll show you where that fits in. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, well, blue skies. So you're saying well just before beat 1 of the next measure before you play the C chord. So that'll make more sense in a moment. So the next thing we have is we have the verse progression number 1, and you're going to see a lot of this progression. So we have C major, if you read music, and E minor, F major, and F minor. And you can see I haven't written out a whole arrangement because that's actually what we're going to figure out together. So when you're first starting to sing and play, something that you can do is just add a single bass note in the left hand. So if you're playing a C chord, you might just add C, 2, 3, then to E minor, 2, 3, 4, to F major, 2, 3, 4. Stay on F with your left and turn it into an F minor. 3, 4. So that is actually the only thing you need to do to be able to sing along. At the end of the video, I can show you some ways to give some variation to that. But let's sing this and see how that goes for you. The lyrics go like this. Well, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. I wrote in my notebook that I've seen better days than the ones as of late. I can't bear the weight. So that is the first half of verse 1. Let's take a look at the progression for the next half of the verse. Now, the good news is it's actually mostly the same. We have C major again. We have E minor. And then instead of the F major, we have a D minor. And it has 2 notes in common, so it's not going to wreck your song if you accidentally do the other one, but it's just a fun detour. And then to the F minor. So that will sound right when you start at the rain won't stop pouring. So we'll go, the rain won't stop pouring out my window pane. I haven't left my bedroom in 76 days. I wish something would change, 'cause I'm losing faith. And there, I just accidentally used a different inversion of F minor. You can find it in a lot of places, but it is just the F minor chord. And then you've actually learned the introduction and verse 1 with those 2 different chord progressions, and you're ready for the chorus. So if you want to hear that all together, we'd be putting it together like this, and then you can pause the video, get ready to learn the chorus. Well, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. And I wrote in my notebook that I've seen better days than the ones as of late. I can't bear the weight. The rain won't stop pouring out my window pane. And I haven't left my bedroom in 76 days. I wish something would change, 'cause I'm losing faith. So there's the whole introduction in verse 1. Then we move in to the chorus. Now, the chorus actually just uses those same chords that we've already been doing. It's the same as the verse 1, progression 1, and it has the C major, the E minor, so we've got C major, E minor, F major, and F minor. And we repeat that progression 2 times. Now, the fun of creating your own arrangement means you're kind of using those ingredients, but you can mix them in different ways. So for instance, we've been playing just a solid block chord like this for the other part, but you can also play it rocking back and forth like, so I brought it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? Then he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. So that is a variation that you can do, but rhythm is always first, so whatever makes you feel confident with your voice is the first thing. The other thing you could do is you could add just a bit more depth by adding an octave in the left hand. So again, the same solid chord in your right if that's what you're comfortable with. So I brought it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? Then he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds, 'cause I'm a good God and I have a good plan. You can see there I took turns. So trust that I'm holding a watering can, and someday you'll see that flowers grow in the... And then we can go back to verse 2 if we want, or we can do the hook again. So you can do the 4 measures of the hook, or you can go straight in to verse 2. Now, verse 2 goes, so whatever the reason, I'm barely getting by. I'll trust it's a season knowing that you're by my side. Every step of the way, I'll be okay. And in that one, we're using the verse progression 2 that just has that C major to E minor to D minor to F minor. It goes like this. So whatever the reason, I'm barely getting by. I'll trust it's a season knowing that you're by my side every step of the way. And I'll be okay. And that is verse 2. It's just one of those progressions. And then the chorus is the same this time. So I brought it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? Then he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. 'Cause I'm a good God and I have a good plan. So trust that I'm holding a watering can. And someday you'll see flowers grow in the valley. So you can see then sometimes it works to just do one set of the progression in between. And you'll also see that in that version of the chorus, I just took a few liberties. I didn't go too crazy, but I explored using those triads in what we call different inversions. So if you're already an intermediate or an advanced pianist, that may come quite naturally for you. Although sometimes if it's new to you, it's like, what's happening here? So just be thinking of those basic chord progressions and then experimenting outside the lines a little bit when you're ready. So the next thing we have is verse 3. Verse 3 is just the original progression, the verse progression number 1, I've called it. And again, I've not written the sheet music because it's not open for licensing yet. So I've just written a few sneak peeks of what might help get you started. I'll also link some lyrics in the video description so you can use that as well. So this is when I'm on the mountain and looking down below, I'll see a valley of flowers that needed time to grow, and I'll thank you for the rain, the hurt and days of pain. So that one just uses that basic progression, and then we're ready for our chorus. The last chorus is the same as the first chorus. I'm just having lyrics here so I pay attention, and it just has a slight variation on the words. So it says, now bring it up in a grateful prayer. Thank you, Jesus, for keeping me there. You know just what I need, and you've planted seeds. 'Cause you're a good God with a real good plan, and you hold my world in a watering can, so I can have peace. 'Cause flowers grow in the valley. And then you could use your outro again, the same as you did for the intro, and that's sometimes a nice way to end would be. Now you could end it on that kind of like lingering F minor sound, or you could resolve it with the C major. So if you 2, anything C major. So in this choice, I chose a first position C major chord with C octaves. Now, there are endless ways that you can expand on that. Once you know that the chords in this piece repeat and that they're the same all the way through, it gives you a chance to start taking some detours. I can link a video that I did of my own improvisation, and it's actually changed in the last couple weeks as I did some new listening, but it sure is fun to think of ways that you can play it on your own. So that's ways I might change the intro a bit and add a few more notes. And same when we get to those are ways you can start adding the melody in. So I hope this is just the beginning of you playing around with flowers. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions at all. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for listening in.